All right, what is going on, my brothers and sisters of the internet, of YouTube, of the coding world? This is your brother Greg Ward from Codenlighten. We just finished day 5 of Code Bootcamp, and we had a challenge today where we had to create a page for a adoptable puppy or a cat from the local shelter. So we were given the challenge to replicate a page that was given to us, and it went really well. So we're gonna go ahead and show you what we did. All right, check it out.
All right, you guys. So what's going on? Today was day number 5, coding boot camp, and today was basically a review. But the way that we were reviewing was our teacher gave us a challenge. She put up a website that she designed, a homepage, and she told us that she wanted us to replicate it. So it was pretty neat. So let's go ahead and share our screen and show what was going on. All right. So basically, here was the look of the website that she showed us, and this was my replication or my creation of the website. So basically, it's just like this. And let's go ahead and check it out. So basically, she had us go over to this site here, which was the Shenandoah Valley Animal Services Center. And she had us pick out an animal off the adoptable animals section. And let's go ahead and get over there and we'll show you what we're talking about. All right, let's see, wait for this to load up. All right, so if you see this, we'll go over here and we got Willie Nelson, we got Sesame Seed, that's the 2 featured dog and cats. And we'll go ahead and we'll choose Sesame Seed because that's the one we were just on. All right, so you click on that and we get to the homepage that they have created for Sesame Seed. Let's get a nice picture here. All right, so first thing I did was I saved the image. Now you don't have to save the image. You can always go ahead and just link the image to the, let's see, where is it? How much seen? Not sure why there's no type of file. Let's see if this one's got one. Nope. All right, let's go ahead and pick out a different one because I don't feel like using one without an actual file ending because I don't know what kind of image file it is. Let's go pick out another one. Maybe we'll do Willie Nelson. All right, where is he? Come on. All right. Let's see what we got. So this was a lot of fun, you guys. It's nice to be able to see what is up on the screen and do your best to emulate it. All right. Let's see if this one works any better. No, it's just like it. What's going on? I don't know. Well, the last one that we had was that we did earlier today was a ping file. So hopefully this will be also a ping file. We'll just go ahead and save it in our folder here, and we'll go ahead and save it in our Codenlighten YouTube examples. And we'll go ahead and we'll create a new folder inside of this, and we'll call it the, what was the name of that website? Oh man. All right, we'll just call it the Shenandoah Valley Services Animals, I forget it, Shenandoah Valley Animal Services. Let's call it that. All right, I might be wrong with the name of that is, but anyway, that's okay. And then inside here, we'll create another images folder, and we'll put it inside there. Okay, so now we got our we got our image. Let's go back here. Okay, so now this was basically what was up on screen, up on the overhead projector, and we had to replicate this. So how are we going to replicate this, you guys? Let's go ahead and see if we could pull this over. We'll shrink this down a little bit, and we'll go over to Atom. Let's make this, oh, see if we can shrink this down a little bit so we can see both of them. Okay, so the first thing we did was let's go ahead and come in here, go to this right here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a new file in this folder, and we'll call it, who is it, Willie? No, actually, let's call it index.html. Boom. Okay. And we got our file up there. Okay, so the first thing, what do? We create our HTML file by typing HTML, and we shall title this Willie Nelson Dog Adoption Page. All right, let me go over to our body. Now, what's the first thing that we're seeing? Looks like they're using, looks like the first thing they're doing is centering it, right? Oops. So we type in center, because it's not auto-filling for me. I thought it would be. Okay, so now we got our centers, and we'll go ahead and give us some space right here so we can see what's going on. Okay, so then once we got that center, we'll go ahead and give ourselves an H1 heading, and we'll say adoptable animal, and I would say that that center line is probably an H3, and say from. Now hopefully right on what I'm doing as far as the H is. I'm not gonna look back at my example HTML coding. We're just gonna go do this from scratch. And from Shenandoah Valley Animal Services Center. Okay, now let's go ahead and stretch this out for a second. That way we could take a look at the tree view. Let's see if we're coming close. Okay, all right, it looks pretty good, so, right? It's pretty darn good. Okay, so then we look over here, and what do they got? They got a horizontal rule, right? Let's go ahead and give ourselves a horizontal rule. Boom, and let's go back and we'll give it a size equals 4. I had to experiment with that a little bit earlier today, but we know that that's what it is, and we'll give it a no shade, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, and maybe a little bit larger than this one, so maybe we'll go with the H3, or I'm sorry, with the horizontal rule, size 3. Let's see if that's a little bit closer. Not bad. We'll just say it's good enough for now, because we're just doing it for you guys to show you little examples. All right, so next thing you got, we got an image, and we got Kanye next to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a table for ourselves, you guys, because we want to get this we want this picture, and we want the Kanye right next to it. Because if we do just a simple picture, right, and we bring in our images /willie.ping, we'll see if it pops up. Okay, there he is. Now, obviously that's way too big, so we're gonna have to bring in, well, let's go ahead and type in our alt real quick. Willie Nelson puppy, we'll say adoptable puppy. Okay. Now, of course, that's too big, so we're going to do, we're going to change the size. So we're going to do width equals 250, and then we'll do length equals 250 also. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Now, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on one of the issues I had today when I was making mine. I used a percentage, and found out that the percentage will not work when you're creating a table, at least within HTML for me. Maybe you guys know a better way to do it or what I was doing wrong, but I found that when I did a percentage instead of an actual pixels, that when I made my table, it shot the picture way over here and the text way over there. So when we experimented and we tried just the pixels, it worked fine. But I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as if I create, let's see, if I create the name next to it, which again, I'll do let's see, H2 maybe, and we'll say Willie Nelson. Now, I think, let's see. Well, I thought it was going to be to the right anyway. When I did it earlier, maybe it wasn't until I did the table that I was able to make it happen, but let's close that for a second. All right, so, but here's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to go ahead and copy this and delete it, and we're going to create a table. All right, so the first thing we're doing is table. Then we need a table row. And the first table cell, we're going to go ahead and put in our image. All right, and let's see how that looks. Let's go ahead and beautify this real quick. All right, preview HTML. And what do we have? All right, so we got that. It looks pretty much the same. Then we went ahead and Control-C, Control-X. We're going to go ahead and make our second table data cell. And we're going to put in Willie Nelson's name right there. So let's see how that looks. Bam, right there. Okay. So as you can see, pretty much just like it. I think maybe the words are a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and change that to an H3. Okay, looks good. So what do they have there next? Then they gave a little bio. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down underneath the table and we'll give ourselves a line break. So that way it's underneath this. Okay. And we'll go over here and we'll just make it a paragraph. Okay. So boom, give ourselves a paragraph. And we come back over to the website where Willie was, and whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Where is my, okay. So let's go over to Willie. Let's go to Willie's bio. And we'll go ahead and highlight all this. And we'll copy that and I'll paste it right here. Let's see how it looks. All right, not bad. Let's go ahead and see all right, so it looks like they're about the same, right? All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll say that's good. And we'll go back here and we'll look to see what else there is. All right, so then we'll do another line break to get it down here. And we'll give ourselves the word profile. So break. And we want it to be, let's say, another H1 maybe? No, let's give it a H3. All right, it looks similar to the this right here, Shenandoah Valley Animal Service Center. All right, we'll say profile. Let's take a look at how that looks. What did I do wrong? I got a paragraph. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get our paragraph end right above there. Okay, let's beautify it real quick. Boom. Okay. Let's see how our profile looks like. The profile actually is a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and make it an H2. Okay. Not bad. Good enough for now. All right. So what's next, you guys? We'll do another line break and come down here. And we need to put what do we got right here, you guys? We got a table, right? So how many rows do we got? We got just 2 rows, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And we got how many cells? Well, we got 2 rows, and each row's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. Now, if you could take a look at this, you guys, in our second row, first cell, we've got another table. In our second data cell, in our second row, we've got a ordered list. We got another ordered list here, and then we have an unordered list. And if you look at the top here, now my initial time that I created it, I made these all to be table headers, and it looks all right. It doesn't look bad, but it turned out that when I was talking with the teacher later on in the day, turns out she used a header there. So we're going to go ahead and make it the way that she made it. So let's go ahead and create our table, you guys. All right, so first things first, table. Give ourselves our first table row, right? And then we'll do table cell 1. And actually, what she also told me she did was she put a center. Will that work? No. All right. She put a center between each one for these table cells. So how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let's go ahead and copy this 4 times, shall we? All right. So that's the first one. Here's the second one. Here's the third one. And here's the fourth one. And you know, that might confuse you, but sometimes it's easier for me to do that and just make them all right there, ready to go. So the first thing we had was vital statistics. And, I should have probably copied this, but no problem. We'll just go ahead and do it for each one. So here's what we got. It's a little bit big. I don't think it was that big. Oh, let's see here. And you know what, you guys, let's go ahead and put our border in while we're at it, so that way we can see what's going on. And I want to say it's 1 for now. All right, so let's go ahead and change this to H2. See how that looks. Okay. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and add our H2s in each of these. No problem. All right, so what do we have? We have vital statistics, we had favorite food. Does that look, is it coming in? All right, then we had favorite hobbies. Here. And secret talent. Okay. Now, in my opinion, this is actually awfully large. So let's go ahead and change it to H3. I hate to keep on changing it, but hey, we want to make it look right. So what I did, like I said initially, was I put them all as table headers, and she told me afterwards that she just made them headings to make them bold. All right, so that's a little bit better, but we might end up changing it again. We'll see. So that is our first row. So we go underneath this, boom, boom, and we'll say next table row. And how many table cells we got? We got table 1, cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, cell 4. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and, actually, I like to split them up. Let's go ahead and copy, paste, paste, paste. All right, got something wrong going on around here. Let's see. Okay, that was the end of the table row. Okay, so here's the first table cell. And what do we know that we have in there? We have another whole table. Now, in that first table, we've got 2 rows and 4 cells each. So I'll go ahead and create our first table row. And in that table row, we've got 4 cells, but they're not cells though. I mean, they're cells. We're not going to call them data cells. We're going to call them table headers. So we'll pull that over here. And we'll go here and we'll say table header 1. And what was, let's go ahead and X this out for a second. And pull that a little bit closer. Okay, so the first one was breed. Table header 2, age. Table header 3, weight. Table header 4 is sex. And that should be good for that row. Go ahead and move on to our second row. I'm not even going to look at it yet. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that looks good. All right, and then we have table data cells. Table data cell 1 has got let's go ahead over here to our website, and we'll go over to this, and we'll see what we got going on. So the type of breed is a hound, black and tan coon dog mix. So go back over here. That's what we'll put in there. And we'll go ahead and do it a few times. I think that's how many we had, right? What do we have? 4? Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so got the age, weight, and sex. So age is 1 year, 6 months, and 3 weeks. Put it right there. You got the weight is 58 pounds. We'll just go ahead and type that in. Oops. And sex is male. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at it, what we got going on. See how it looks. We'll beautify it. And we shall preview and see what it looks like. How's it look? All right, so as you can see, that table also needs a border. So we'll go ahead and say border equals 1. You see it that, okay, now we're getting somewhere. So what do we got next? Next table data cell, where are we? We've got favorite foods. We got an ordered list, just 1 and 2. So where are we? We're going to our, still in the same row. And all right, so table data cell, and we've got in that cell, we've got a, what do we say, an ordered list, and we got list item 1, list item 2, and list item 3. Okay, and what do we got? Oh, you know what? There's only 2 of them, so let's take 1 away. And the first one, we're talking about favorite foods, right? So we'll say, I don't know, we'll just go ahead with, we'll say hamburger, just for fun. We'll just have some fun. And favorite food number 2, we'll say, we'll just go ahead with tuna again. All right, as you see, it's popped up there in our, oh, you know what? I messed up, sorry, guys. What did I mess up? Ah, that's what I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that out of there. My bad. We are, all right, so the table row, I gotta see what I did. Okay, so this is the table row. Okay, so we want to close Okay, so I apologize. See, it gets confusing sometimes. Let's go ahead and beautify it so we can see what's going on a little bit better. So we got the TR opening, table data, that's the first one. Then we got, in that first data cell, we've got a table. And then we got, come down here, and what we want to do is we want to close that table row and that table and that data cell. So it looks like I've already got it ready to go. So basically, all right, so next data, table data, let's go ahead and put our list right back in there. So this is our second cell. So that's it. As you guys can see, sometimes it gets confusing because you got tables inside tables, but we're good. We got that now. So that's our second cell. Now we're on to our third cell. And what do we have? We have another ordered list of 3 and favorite hobbies. So we do ordered list, and we got 1, 2, 3, and these are hobbies, and we'll say hiking, fishing, and running. Okay. Boom. Did we get it in there? Okay, there we go. So that's done with that cell right there. See, easy as pie, you guys. So that closes that data cell. Let's go ahead and beautify it. And move on to our last cell. And our last cell is a secret talent. We got an unordered list and just one item, secret talent. So we have unordered list, UL, list item just 1. Oops. List item just 1. And we'll say secret talent is backflips. Okay. There we go. And what they want us to do inside here is give ourselves a little emoji. Now, what I was told with, let's see if I can pull it up. I don't think it was working this morning when I was trying it. Let's see. So for Windows, once again, in order to get the emojis up, it was really easy. We just push Windows key plus either a period or a semicolon. And let's see, Control Command space is supposed to be what it is from Mac. Let's see what pulls up. There we go. Is that it? Did it work? We did get it. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can find something for backflips that just maybe will give us something fun. I don't know. Where's our search engine or search bar? I don't see one. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll just put some. So this does work, you guys. That's pretty neat. Okay, so Control Command Spacebar is what brings up the emojis for Macs. So let's go ahead and see what else we got. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference really too much. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time trying to pick emojis. Let's just go ahead and pick this doggy right here. And we'll say it's good enough. Okay. So we are finished with that. Hopefully when we stretch this out, it will bring those emojis to the right of that. It does, as you can see. Close this up a little bit. Why is it not closing well? I don't know. Just X that out for now. And we'll go ahead and press preview again and see if it gets any better. Okay. Then what do we have, you guys? We're gonna do a break. So we're done with this table. Go ahead and beautify it. Make it look a little prettier. And underneath that table, let's do another break. Just so, oops. Okay. And what do we need? We need a form, right? We have a name, email, and a submit application. So let's go through this fairly quickly if we can. We got form. Remember, you guys, we can, for submitting to an email, we can just get rid of the class for now. In the index, we got a mail to, so let's go ahead over here back to this original site, and up there was actually the email we want right there. Okay, so we'll type mail to, and whoops, that didn't work. There's the right there. Okay, so there we go, and it's going to post everything that's going to come after this into our email. And what do we want? We want name, email, and submit application. So no problem, you guys. First we'll do our label. Whoops. Sometimes this doesn't autofill right for me. Label, boom, name. And after the name, we got to put an input. And we're going to have text, okay? And then we're going to do another label. And we're going to call this, oops, email. And then another input. And last but not least, we are going to have an input again, and this time we're going to type submit. And under the value, we're going to put submit application. See how that pops up there? Okay, very nice, working very, very good. And after that, we got a little section where it says links. And if you notice everything, you guys, if you guys notice, everything is centered, 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 and then everything's onto the left. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our center and we're going to bring it back up here. And then we're going to continue on after that. So what do we got? We got probably an H3 maybe. And we'll say links. And then we'll do a line break to get our next line. And then we have an unordered list. List item 1. Oops. And list item 2. Okay. Now, in that first list item and the second one, we've got links. So we're going to go ahead and go to the personal adoption page for Willie Nelson. Where is this? Is this right here? Let's find out. Okay, that's Willie's adoption personal page. So we'll go ahead and copy this. And we'll do an anchor. And we'll we'll paste right over top of that. Boom. And here, what are we going to write? We're going to write my personal adoption page. We'll just copy that. Paste it there. Boom. No problem. And we'll go to our next list item, anchor. And what are they looking for? Shenandoah Valley Animal Services Center. So we'll go ahead and click on the main page and we'll take that address, copy it, paste it here. And what is the words that they want? They just want that right there. Boom. And that's that. Okay. Now, after that, you guys, let's get that back up there. We're done with the list. So we'll go underneath the closing tag of UL, and they've got another HR. So we'll go ahead and do HR. We'll do size equals 2. And we'll also do a no shade there. See how that looks. And it could be a little bit bigger. Let's pull that up so we can take a look. Not bad, close enough. Probably is an H. It's probably a size 2. So we'll just go ahead and put it back to 2. All right, and then all we got left after that is last updated. And since today's date is still today's date, we'll go ahead and just put a paragraph. Boom, last updated. And we'll go ahead and save it. And let's take a look. We'll go ahead and right click on index. We'll do copy full path, bring it up here, and we shall paste it in our browser. Go ahead and expand that out, and let's see how it looks, you guys. We'll compare it to the one that we just copied off of. Okay, so what do we got? We got adoptable animal from Shenandoah Valley Animal Services Center. We got horizontal lines. That all looks right. Yep. Got a picture with the name. How does that look compared to the other one? Good, very good. Got a little bio. How's it look? Good. Profile. Good. Maybe we didn't need as much line break there. If we want, we can go and change that. And then we got a table. And we got vital statistics, favorite foods, favorite hobbies, secret talent. Let's see how that looks. Vital statistics, favorite foods, favorite hobbies, secret talent. Good. And I know that it looks a little bit different, but that's because, like I said, I use a H, a heading instead of an actual table header. So that way we got it centered and bigger, as you can see. And then underneath that, we got breed, age, weight, and sex. How's it look? Breed, age, weight, and sex. Good, very good. Favorite foods, favorite hobbies, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3. Good. Secret talent, very good. And then we got our links. Let's see how that looks. All right. Looks like maybe we got a little bit extra space underneath links. So maybe, let's see. Let's pull up our code real quick. And where's the link? Let's take away this break. Let's see what that does. That's better. Okay. And as far as anything else, let's go ahead and take out of the top of profile. Take that break out of there. See if that's a little bit closer to what we're looking for. I think it is. All right, so we'll save it. And let's go ahead and shrink this down for a second. Get rid of this. I'm not sure what all this is about. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and we'll pull up GitHub. Boom. And we're already in our site, into our account. So we'll click New Repository. Oh, that's right, you guys. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. So this morning when I was doing the review of yesterday's class, the Git pages wasn't popping up. And in fact, it wasn't anything that I did wrong. It was just that it needed some time for the Git pages and GitHub to process the files and to get it up there. So it might not get posted right away if we do it, but I promise you it will within a half hour or so. So let's call this one Shenandoah Valley Animal Service Center, SVASC. We'll just call that number 2. So SVASC 2, and we'll say Codenlighten YouTube channel example of challenge day 5 bootcamp. And of course, you remember we got to initialize this repository with the README, and we'll hit create repository. And I got to let you guys know that this has been fabulous for me to be able to do these videos for you guys, because it really has helped to reinforce this stuff. So we'll go ahead and click upload files. And of course, if you remember, come over here, and where are we at? We're in our USB drive, and go in here, go under our web development, and we go under the YouTube examples. And of course, we're under SVA-SC. Okay, so all we got is the index and the images. So let's go ahead and get this back up. Let's see if we could pull it down. What do we? Okay, that's what we need to do. No problem. Okay, so there you go. Highlight those, drop them in there. Okay, and it looks like it is in there. So we'll say, go ahead and stretch that back out again. We'll give it our first commit to, I don't know, we'll just say first commit. All right, commit the changes. And we'll go ahead and hit settings. And we'll come down here to our Git pages, and we'll hit master branch, and that will give us our page. So, like I said, I can't guarantee this will work right this second. Let's see what happens. Nope, still site not found right away. So, in about a half hour, this will come up, and as you can see right here under Codenlighten GitHub, this does pop up, and it takes a few minutes. It takes sometimes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but it will pop up. So let's go ahead and try to refresh it one more time. There it is, you guys. It only took a few minutes. So if you want to go check it out, this is the site right here, codenlighten.github.io/SVASC2. You guys can check out the code and try to replicate yourself. That'll be my challenge to you guys. If you want to go ahead and do that, you could have some fun, and you could share your page in the comments below. And other than that, that's our review for today, you guys. We had a lot of fun this week, and we're looking forward to next week. So have an awesome weekend. We'll see you soon. This is your boy, Greg Ward from Codenlighten. One love.